What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios on a frigid Thursday here in the Midwest. Hope you all are ready for a great show. We got a great show lined up, by the way. Also, if you haven't given us a like and a subscribe and share the content, goes a long way, helps the channel. We appreciate it. On the docket today, Joel Embiid, he is suspended for 3 games by the NBA for pushing a reporter. Find out why he pushed the reporter and why we think he's justified. Also, find out who broke our hearts in that same story. Lane Kiffin, new year, new team, still the same old hater. Talk about Ole Miss hating on LSU because they don't get to play in prime time. Wee, wee. Then Mike Gundy. Mike Gundy's gonna go Mike Gundy. Had some very choice and pointed things to say. Had me laughing. I had to read the story 4 times over to stop laughing. Then Nebraska. Nebraska gets a liaison coach consult. I don't know. It's just weird. But we'll cover that and why Matt Rule had to face down the mob. And Texas A&M, they lose their star running back, Mike Elko. He's pretty much got to go ahead and pull a rabbit out of his hat if he's going to go ahead and make it and survive and get to that SEC championship game. And already he's going to be one of those teams in the college playoff. So we're not going to go ahead and hold you. And then Miller Moss is benched by USC. Lincoln Riley goes with a transfer from UNLV. And it's only 3 games left. So they can't even play spoiler. So I don't know why this would actually take place. These stories and many more when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. I'm loving it. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it. There are deals if you're on the app right now. There's 50% off of a 10-piece chicken nugget. You can get that deal right now, valid 1 time a day. Also, if you're looking for something like a burger of sorts, there's 40% off a cheeseburger or a double cheeseburger. Now, this is included with tax, and that is valid for 1 a day. So many more items to choose from. All good. This is McDonald's. Da 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 da. I'm loving it. McDonald's. Make sure you get your McDonald's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not all in the same day. Break that up. So, not going to go ahead and delay this. Lane Kiffin, new year, new team, same haters. They got different pieces, but it's still the same lane. He's hating on LSU because LSU gets to play in prime time and he doesn't. He plays Georgia at 3:30, while the LSU Tigers, they play Alabama. They play Alabama this weekend, and that game is the night game at 7:30 in Baton Rouge. Now, that story comes to you out of Football Scoop and Zach Barnett because Lane Kiffin started whining and crying about LSU. They get to play in prime time again? Wah. Yeah, this is a really good big game. Not to say your game isn't big, but LSU doesn't have a big name on their resume that they beat. They're not very exciting when they get in these big games. They lost to Kentucky. You lost to Kentucky, which is, I want to say that program's dead on arrival right now. You can't fire Mark Stoops. He makes too much money. But just the way that Lane Kiffin was carrying on. And if he's sitting here crying, I just don't know why. First of all, for people who don't know how these games get scheduled, once you take TV money, TV tells you where you're going to play. Now, what time that you're going to be on. And if you don't like your time slot, if you don't like the network, give the money back. But you won't. So you'll shut your mouth and you'll get in line and you'll put your hand down. But why are you hating on LSU? And I know what you're saying. Hey, look, we want to be fair. They already played in prime time. They've done it multiple times this year. LSU is an exciting team to watch. And Lane can't be mad at them because when you turn around and you look at this Ole Miss football team, if you want to get technical, you can go over the schedule. And really, this is how they got ranked. They beat Furman 76-0. Yay. Middle Tennessee, 52-3. Wake Forest, 40 to. None of these teams have a winning record. And as long as Ole Miss was putting up these type of games, these type of scores and these basketball numbers, everybody had just jumped to the. Even I was guilty of jumping out the window and looking at this and saying, wow, they are really good. Georgia Southern, 52-13. So opening day, make no mistake about it, opening day for them was August the 31st. You didn't play another SEC team until September the 28th. That's almost a full month of garbage games that you try to perpetrate this scheme. And now you're playing Kentucky, and Kentucky beat you? Wow. You got past South Carolina. South Carolina's a tough out. Then you lost to LSU. You lost to LSU in overtime. So the people that you're hating on, they beat you. Then you beat up on Oklahoma. We knew that was going to happen. Oklahoma's terrible. Then you played Arkansas. Arkansas is terrible. You play Georgia. I've only named two good teams that you've played so far. LSU and Georgia. That's it. Everybody else is either having a losing season or middle of the road. And for some odd reason, you think you deserve to be in prime time because you're playing Georgia. You've done nothing to earn a primetime slot. At least I can look at LSU and say, okay, they had USC open at night. They had a thriller in South Carolina on the road. They've had games where they went up and played teams and had to come back and salvage. They are exciting football to watch. And I don't mean to offend the good people of Ole Miss, but if Ole Miss doesn't play a tomato can or a cherry, they're not going to win that game. They have a 50-50 chance of losing. Give me a quick rap album we promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you with another rap album. Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorite on the track so far is Cosmo Freestyle, Wolverine crazy, yo. Rabbit Island, It's Your Anniversary, that song crazy too. Yeah, Walk It Off, and On the Set. Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. In stores now. Yeah, shout out to Freddie Gibbs. Make sure you go get it. It's a good album. So when you look at the SEC and the SEC standings right now, you have Ole Miss is 6th in the SEC, and that's teetering because they have the hand up on Alabama just by the overall records. Alabama, they've got the same conference record as Ole Miss at 3-2. But then if you look in here at Alabama's perfect at home at 5-0, 1-2 on the road. So when Alabama travels, it's a good chance that they're going to lose. Same thing with Ole Miss. Ole Miss on away, they're 3-1. So they play better on the road than they do, but they haven't played anybody to really test that grit. At least you can say Alabama's played Tennessee. At least you can say Alabama's played LSU. You can point to another ranked team that they've played. However, your only ranked opponent that you would have played to this point at Ole Miss, that would have been Georgia. That would have been Georgia. At one, like I said, when you played Oklahoma, they fell out of the top 10. You lost to LSU in head-to-head competition. Florida's not ranked. Mississippi State's not ranked. So if I am a TV person and I'm an executive and I want to go ahead and get more eyeballs on the station and I want to go ahead and charge the sponsors more money, what game is going to generate that many watches? Not Ole Miss v. Georgia. Nuh-uh. Because you've only played two ranked opponents on your schedule. And it's a good chance you're going to lose to both of them. But that's not Brian Kelly's fault. That's not anybody in Baton Rouge's fault that you all aren't really a competitive team. And like I said, if you're not playing cherries and tomato cans, you have a 50-50 chance of losing these games. Again, I don't even know how you make a case for yourself trying to get into the playoff. Remember, I gave you the scam up front. I gave you the scam. There are going to be 4 teams from the SEC that are going to get into this playoff. Okay. And when I told you it was 4 teams that are going to get into the SEC, right now, Georgia, the kingpin of the division, Texas A&M, then you have Tennessee and Texas. That's the top 4 teams. LSU is on the outside looking in. Alabama is on the outside looking in. That's it. That's it. Lane can't sneak up in there because you can't make an argument right now for putting Ole Miss in the college playoff. There's no reason why you would do that. You can't sit up here and look at their strength of schedule and say, hey, look, I have a 3 to 4 loss Ole Miss team. Now, is a 3 to 4 Ole Miss team better than a 3 or 4 loss Michigan team? No. Again, we can do this all day long because we watch these games. But it's just a bad look for Lane. It's just a bad look for Lane. And don't give me he's matured, he's moved on. No, he's not. He's the same asshole he always was. He just knows now not to say it in earshot or away from cameras or in front of reporters. But he's the same asshole. It's a new year, new team, same hater. But I could be wrong. The good people of Ole Miss, let me know. Is Lane Kiffin a hater? This is Big Verb. We'll be back.